It's the Jason Home Show on Raconteurs News. It's the Jason Home Show. You can share your views on the Jason Home Show. The Jason Home Show. The Jason Home Show on Raconteurs News. And here's your host, Mr. Jason Holmes, Esquire. Oh yeah, motherfuckers.
There you go. It's the Jason Holmes Show, Esquire. Motherfucker. How we doing? Welcome to Friday. It's Friday. It's got Friday feeling, hasn't it? It's got sort of like that end of the week feeling that we've got. Bringing games as well because it's the it's the end of the term. It's the end of the. It's Mad Friday, isn't it? I used to be fucking busy as bollocks on this night, but not tonight. Not tonight. I'm as busy as I can get as with you, and that's all I can do. Anyway, I hope you've had a good week. It's the Jason Holmes Show. Just for anybody, I did manage to get along to see Leeds on Wednesday. I did go, drove up there, and sat with him for a couple of hours, and. All I'm going to say is he's alive and I've seen the proof. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say. I think I'll leave the rest to him. Should he want to tell you himself? So as you can understand what sort of position I'm in. But anyway, yeah, I had a good chat with him. I spoke to his mum, sat down with his mum for quite a while, and also met up with his partner, a lovely lass, girl called Kelly, I think. I'm terrible with names. I'm pretty sure her name's Kelly. She'll kill me. Somebody will kill me if I'm wrong. Well, somebody kill me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I saw him, and I spoke to him, and I spoke to his family, and. I won't lie to you and say he's in best of health, but I'm going to leave it just at that. Simple as. But I'm going to be going again to see him. So I'm going to be seeing him as much as I possibly can. After this fucking madness has gone out way. I'm talking about the Christmas madness, not the madness that begins with a CO. So fucking madness, isn't it? So are we going out tomorrow, innit? We're going to be locked down. Someone sent me a message earlier on. Oh, somebody actually wrote a message in the in one of the comments on one of the videos saying 18th, which would be a full moon. So that's what they were putting there. They were putting their eggs in the full moon basket. And it's going to be the 18th, which is tomorrow. So don't give us much time. But I could see it coming along and being, because half of football's been cancelled and Christmas essentially in sport is football. The Christmas period is what keeps a lot of people sane over the Christmas period. You know, when you've got to have conversations and you've got to be in the close vicinity with people that you're perhaps not close to rest of the year, the football does keep a lot of people sane. And keep a lot of people from doing murder, suicides, and things like that, you know, because Christmas is so. I don't even think I know anybody that likes it. Yeah, you can't like it unless you're a kid, can you? Really? I mean, it's just stressful. I don't think anybody. It's not for me. I don't give a fuck. I don't bother. We don't bother in this. We've not bought a gift yet. We will buy some gifts for people, but we haven't yet. And we're a week away from Christmas Eve. So we don't get stressed out about it. It's just a fucking another day. It's a load of bollocks. It's hijacked by commerce, like everything is. Just ask Webby, he'll tell you. It's all commerce. Christmas is just commerce. Yeah. What was my fucking point? What point did I start off with that bollocks about Christmas? I ain't even a joint yet. I ain't even a fucking sniff. The madness, absolute utter madness of it. Nah, what sort of madness were I talking about? No, because it's just fucking everywhere, isn't it? Yeah. the coronavirus. We're not allowed to call it that now, I don't think, because it makes coronas feel like they've been discriminated against. Corona beer. The moron, yeah. Hey, let's say hello to some people in the chat. As you probably noticed, I just got that about 10 minutes before the show, that little thing he said, because he'd sent me a video on Telegram and I'd not seen it because I've been knocking about today and I'd not seen it, and it deleted it from there. So he sent it me back, and there you go. I've got it up in 10 minutes. Brilliant, Heath. Thanks very much. That is fucking awesome. But you know, I'm a bit biased, and I think that everything that you do is awesome. So, all right. No need to get jealous, you know. He's just me mate. My wife who made it so by making sure that I could send in it from my phone onto my computer, which I wouldn't have been able to do, but she did. So. Thank you very much to you. Are you all right in that? And do you want me to bring you a bottle of Dandelion and Burdock? No, it's Fentimans. They're lithium. It's just your recognition. All right. Well, there you go. She's got a recognition. Now she's going to go to bed and dream about the recognition that she's got on the Jason Lowe Show. Jason Ho, hey, you can say you hey. Sorry, I don't even know. I waited to fucking George phone me then for no reason. But cheers, Heath, that was brilliant. Thanks a lot, mate. Anyway, let's say hello to Get the Rat Out, as we used to say in Ditto. Get the rat out, he says. Hi, Rackleters News. Jason, greetings from Sheffield. Yes, Donna's over here in Sheffield, should I say. Here in Sheffield. Good evening, Donna. I take it that means that your other half, I won't say better half, or worse half, because that just would be so detrimental to something kind or other. But yes, let's say hello to some people in chat room who've joined us tonight. Chris Partridge, hello to you. Aspiring Demagogue, hello to you. Taz Media's in as well. Donna, as we've already mentioned. Stu is here. Heath, of course. Tasmir David is in as well. Good evening. All very last minute. ResiTuber Tony, of course, is in there, represented by a dot. Oh, okay, now I've got a notification off Twitter. I brought my phone up because I'm just wondering. Leeds might ring in. He might do if he gets a chance. If he's listening, he may do at some point. So I just bring my phone up anyway in case he does. Jeff's in there. Jeff Sperry, Convid Climate Con as well. Bandit Buster, hello to you. I think we've got through everyone who's in the chat. If you're not in the chat, hello to you. Who's not in the chat? Kendo Taylor's in. Hello, Kendo. Hello to everyone who's not in the chat but are listening in. I haven't got out planned. It's like Friday. It's Mad Friday. It's the week before Christmas, and everybody gets to bring in games. So I've brought my games in. What games have I got with me? I think I've got one. I did that once at school. I had one of them fucking, remember them Rock'em Sock'em robots where you and then fucking head would pop up on a thing like these robots, and they were boxing. I took one of them, got it fucking confiscated. But you see, what the teacher didn't know, and I did know. Yes, that is an iPhone. Sorry. Yes, we do love Sheffield. What my teacher didn't know is that I'd fucking got it out of a skip. I'd fished it out of a skip somewhere because I never got Christmas presents and that when I was a kid. We were far too disliked as a child by everybody. So I never really got it for Christmas. So I had fished it out of a skip and I'd been bing, And they went mad because they confiscated it off me because it was fucking right loud. And they didn't want loud stuff. I don't know why. Didn't have one of them, had a sock. Ah, right. Rather than a Rock'em Sock'em robot, you just had a sock. Nice one. Was it a crusty? So was it one of one of Uni's socks? Nice and hard. I love Rotherham at the minute. Rotherham, Has anyone got a hungry hippo? I think we ought to hold back on that. Hungry hippos. I got a Screwball Scramble and Optimus Primes to swap. Yeah, Swap Shop. See, I've got a clock as well, look like Swap Shop had. Swap Shop always had a clock. Look, and it was always not as good as that clock. That is one of the best clocks that's ever been built. And it's fucking really weird. Because it's situated in such a way it can be any fucking time you want it to be. I like Sheffield Wednesday's style of play. Okay. Rotherham is a nasty place. I love Rotherham at the minute, says Stewie. Rotherham is we've got some mixed memories of Rotherham. Back when I were back in the day when I used to DJ there in clubs and stuff like that, it was okay. It were all right. I don't know what it's like now, but it were all right back then. But I think the Rotherham Town Centre were never really a place to go during the day. We're all right at night, but it just weren't anywhere to go in the day. It is a fucking shithole. It's got no shops or full. But that's what's happened to all small little towns going around. The town centres have been fucking done in. Sheffield's now is trying to introduce a charge to go into the city centre in your car. Fucking hell. Webby is raconteurs Keith Chegwin. Hello, where are you today, Keith? Hello, fucking Keith. Keith Chegwin. I remember when he went to Greenacres and I was there. He was pissed as a cunt all fucking time, that bastard. You'll remember that, Eve. We had Snakes and Ladders and Ludo. Rotherham will win the league this season. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. Then they'll come straight back down. What am I to talk? Fucking hell. I'm a Wednesday fan. Webby is Benitez. Webby Benitez. Do you think that works? But Webby's a Liverpool fan and Benitez is Everton manager. Can't really say that. Ludo. Yes, we had Ludo. Ludo, Snakes and Ladders. Maggie Philbin ruined Cheggers. You what, love? Someone's already said kaplunk. If you're going to listen in, if you're going to eavesdrop, at least eavesdrop correctly. Mousetrap. Maggie Philbin ruined Cheggers. Maggie Philbin. I heard she got AIDS years ago. She's not dead, though, is she? She's still going about, isn't she? Keith's dead. Cheggers is dead. He's not playing pop anymore. Well, he might be. He might be playing pop wherever he is. Looking up at us and playing pop. Connect 5. That bullshit Frosty the Snowman drinks maker that never worked. I remember that. He turned like a thing on its back and he put ice in his head, under his hat, and you put ice in and then you turn it and then it'd come out up front and you put some paste in, yeah. I don't know whether it worked. I see. All I could do, I never had one. All I could do were, put my hands up against a shop window in at Christmas time, a toy shop window, and gaze longingly at the toys that were in there, seeing what cast-offs I'd have next year. I'm fucking kidding. I'm only kidding. Well, you think Cheggers is dead? For fuck's sake, gutted. Real? Oh, he is. He's dead, isn't it? He were, tell you what, he were a fucking pisshead. An absolute, total fucking pisshead, that cunt. Real pisshead. Cheggers is pickle. Yeah, there you go. Evil Knievel motorbike was a big letdown. Yeah, we saw that on a thing. I saw that on a thing the other day. They were doing one of these countdowns of all-time best toys, and that were on. And I remember it. You got I didn't have one myself, you understand, because we were far too poor. But I think my cousins had one, and we like, and you'd be fucking spinning it round as fast as you could, and then you'd let it go. It was supposed to fly off and do fucking wheelies and jump up over everything, but you and you'd let it go, and it'd just go along a bit and then just fucking fall over. Yeah, that were. I had a toy tree house. Fucking brilliant. A toy tree house. You mean were it like a do-it-yourself Meccano treehouse set thing that you got, and you were told you had to build it yourself?
I know what he's talking about.
Do you?
Yeah, I have one.
What, a treehouse?
I do a big yellow teapot as well.
Oh, Heath must have had a big yellow teapot as well. I think I can remember him having one of them. I think he brought it to school one time. Oh no, that were it. He dropped it on back at Wiggy's and smashed it. But we were only young. We were only 16 at the time. They weren't poor. They had a Spectrum and a Commodore 64. I'm going to put you right there. I didn't have a Commodore 64. I did have a Sinclair Spectrum. I didn't have a Commodore 64. And when I got a Sinclair Spectrum for Christmas, it was fucking second hand, right? Fine by me. It worked all right, but it was second hand. So we were the ones. We were the ones, weren't we? We were the ones with the. You see, I just sort of envisaged some really fucking rich kid who by next year had got fucking, like I said, Commodore 64. I'm sure you had a Commodore 64, Heath, or something like that. Jace, was your childhood Christmases like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory when he was after a golden ticket? Exactly right. Yeah. I can remember going round and trying to find things in Debenhams. They had a treasure hunt. I think it was one east of that. Ended up getting kicked out. Me and this fucking mate that I had that were a proper, like, you know. I had a second-hand grid that I painted it blue by hand, rate abortion. See? I never painted your fucking grid. I had a second-hand grid and all. I had a grifter. I got a grifter when I was a kid. Atari 520 ST. You see, you're talking top of the range stuff there. Talking top of the range stuff. We never got access to any of that shit. Well, only access we ever got to that stuff were like seeing it through Redgate's window when. They were Red Gates, weren't it? They were a toy shop, weren't they, love? They weren't a sports shop, were they? Red Gates.
No.
What do you mean, no? I asked you if they were a toy shop or a sports shop. Yeah, I thought so. There you go. ST. 520 ST. Ooh, fucking posh. Yeah. Scale Electric. Yep, I had one of them with lights on one time. Headlights, come on. That meant that you had to close all curtains. Christmas Day, obviously, a lovely, bright, shiny, sunny day. And you had to close all curtains, and then you could see headlights of your car going round and 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 round until somebody came in, didn't bother turning the light on, and fucking stood on them. That was the problem. Oh, that you got that like went on floor. You know, like a Scale Electric, yeah, really, unless you've got like a big fuck off house and you've got like a big fuck off piece of board or something, you had to do it on the fucking floor. So that was a problem. Someone had stamp on it. But yeah, we got an Atari console with 2 games. No more money blown on tech shit after that. We got I had a Spectrum and things like that. When did people start substituting abomination for abortion? At Raconteurs News. I don't know. Did I didn't say abomination, did I? Abortion. You'll have to ask Keith that. He said it were an abortion. I don't know. Johnny Seven and Action Man. Fucking Scale Electric. Pressed too hard and the car's fucked off the track. Yeah, that's true. I didn't have a Johnny Seven, but I had an Action Man. And did you have a fucking Steve Austin, a Bionic Man? With that, like, he got like a fucking engine that he could pick up, and you like did sounds as you were picking up, ding 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 ding, because it had like that noise. What's that noise? Let me see if I can fucking find it. Oh, I'm not going to do it on there. Yeah, but yeah, he used to have this noise, and you'd do it, he'd picking up this thing and then running and everything. Daley Thompson's Decathlon. Yep, that's where 2 of the buttons on your Sinclair Spectrum would end up. You wouldn't know what they were, whether they were a fucking Z or an X or whatever, because you were doing that, trying to get them to run fast. So yeah, and then you found out that you could change them. So in end, you just had a completely clear keyboard on it. Yeah, great stuff, great game, great stuff that, you know, they just take for. They can get it on the phone now. You can get it on the phone. It's not even a fucking. It's not even. You know, if you get somebody a kid these days, you give him a fucking Scalextric, and they'll be, here, I've got you a Scalextric. This costs 650 quid, and it's the state of the art. It's the fucking Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, fucking top of the range thing. That's what they do. Jet Set Willie, I don't know what that is. I had a Taiwan knockoff of Action Man, not the same. You see. Did it have like a head that didn't have no in it, so that you could squeeze its head and make it look all deformed? And like it had been in a fucking proper actual fight. You know, its head sort of boom, ding, ting, because it had been shot or punched or something. I have a Steve Austin toy Mandela. I have a Steve Austin toy Mandela effect. Does anyone else recall Steve Austin toy that you could plug in a phone and listen to calls? I don't remember that. I do remember he had an hole in the back of his head that you could see out of his eye through. So if you like went like that, you know, you could see through his head, and it was slightly magnified to represent his obvious great vision, his bionic eye, as it were. Kendo Taylor, I left in 68. Well, I'm an old game. Fucking hell. I was born in 68, says Tony. I was born in 70. Me there. Never had a Johnny 7 either. Don't know what that is. I had a Party 7, a few Party 7s, but I don't know about a Johnny. I think, in fact, Party 7s are a bit before my time. I'm probably padding it out a little bit there. Did you have the eagle eyes, or was there a slant? Oh yeah, the eagle eyes on the thingy where it would go like that. Hang on, I can't do it with my glasses on. You'll not be able to see. Like that. I remember them. The eagle eyes. With that, I think with that Action Man. Someone put me right if I'm wrong, which I think I am. The fucking big gun. Hot Wheels. Got to be better than Scalextric. Like he says, you take the Scalextric and it fucks off, doesn't it? You press too hard and you don't let go at braking zone. You just off and you crash. And then your mate, whoever's you fucking see, we used to have like proper, like they were almost on Christmas Day. Were almost prison rules. So you put your Scalextric. I'd go and have Christmas Day, and I'd see my cousins every Christmas and Christmas Day, usually Christmas Day. And if they've got a Scalextric, or we'd got a Scalextric, and they were in my grandparents and what have you, but then we'd bring us own cars. But we had like these prison rules. So if your car flew off, then anyone could jump up and fucking stamp on it. So you had to get it before they stamped on it. Very expensive. I think I had about fucking 2 cars. It was that expensive. It was that bad. Yeah, it was Action Man, yeah, with the eagle eyes. I thought it were Action Man. I'm sure I had one of them. Action Man had hair like mine. If you could feel my hair, that's what an Action Man's hair felt like. Really like a bristle thing. Painting with Nancy Kaminsky every weekday afternoon before Joker's Wild. Oh, right, okay. I don't know what that is. Spud guns were good, yeah, but you get done for having them in class. I once knew this pillock that fucking that took a set of nunchucks to fucking school. Nunchucks or whatever they call them, nunchucks or fucking whatever they are. Do that with 2 pieces of wood on it with a bit of fucking bog, like chains when you used to pull chain, and that was a sort of chain that it run. And you swing it around on you like that, and then it fucking whack you in fucking noggin, and you clean out. Yeah, brilliant, fucking brilliant. Stretch Armstrong. Yeah, look, this is great. I love this. This is a lot better than. This is a lot better than talking about fucking Boris Boswag, fucking Johnson. He's a tosser. I wonder what he got for Christmas. He probably got fucking everything, didn't he? Probably got bummed. What are you getting for this Christmas? I'm stopping at school because Daddy and Mummy are having a wank. Christmas. Christmas. And does anybody remember that? When there was Subbuteo, and I think I had a couple of Subbuteo sets, but we always left Subbuteo to a mate of mine, his house. He had a proper fucking setup, like in a spare room and a big piece of chipboard, and it had a proper pinned out ground, pinned out pitch. And goals were all pinned down and everything, so it were all dead good. All the bad things about Subbuteo were eliminated. So, and it had a bit of a stadium and a fucking a scoreboard and everything. But I remember there were a cricket version of something, and you'd tip, your bowler would be like that. So he's going to bowl like that, but he'd bowl. And then they were like this fucking half a drain pipe, obviously down to size, to a child's size. And ball bearing would fall down that and roll towards wickets. And you try to roll it towards wickets. And then somebody would be behind and have like this thing on a spring, this cricket bat, and try to kick it away. It was fucking wank. But I had one, you see. I wish I had all these toys these days. I'd make a fortune out of them. Guinness Book of Records for the Dandy album. Yeah. Swap shop. Yes. Oh, yeah. What you got? Yeah. I've got. What are you offering? I'm offering a bag of marbles. And what do you want? I'm looking for a computer system, preferably an Atari with several games for my bag of marbles. That was Swap shop. That were how absurd that were. I don't know if anybody ever fucking swapped on Swap shop, apart from like phone numbers and that. But yeah, Swap shop, it were all right. It were all right. I grew up with Swap shop, although it sort of changed when I got to comprehensive school type age. I got a Robinson Crusoe novel. There you go. So something decent. We had Evil Knievel. What the fucking hell is that? Oh, Evil Knievel. Is that what you're talking about? He were right good. Didn't we have somebody else instead? What were they called in this country? We had an equivalent, but it were like wanky, were like an Aldi equivalent to something. What are called it? Eddie Kidd. Eddie Kidd, Stunt Rider. I got a Doctor Who manual for a flash of Sarah Green's flange. Okay. Tabletop football, blowing ball with a straw. Haha, yeah, I remember that as well. Everyone ended up covered in gauze. These were all good stuff, you see. We're doing no COVID. You're blowing a fucking ball at each other. No, none of this, can't do that this year. You'll get COVID off each other, won't you? Or this moronic fucking variety. Sorry. Evil Neville is scary. Mousetrap, yeah, my missus said that one earlier on. A bit pointless, that, weren't it? Set some up. It was like a bit like fucking dominoes things. When for some reason, I think I'll blame Roy Castle, but for some reason, knocking dominoes over, like, making a big thing out of dominoes seemed to like be big in 80s. It seemed to like come and it went again as quickly as it came. But then you could buy fucking these sets where you could set it up. and they get loads of dominoes on a strip, and instead of having to put every single domino up on yourself, you just get a strip of them and then tip them to one side so they all come up, put them down, and that were it. CB radios, yeah, I had one of them, breaker for a copy. Do you want a copy on that? What's your 20? I'd like a 10 1000, whatever fucking one of them were. Hello there. Who are you? Pedophiles would have fucking loved them these days. Talking to some fucking trucker that were driving past on M1 because you just about got your if you got an indoor twig. I had an indoor twig. And my twig had like a light on top, and it was supposed to, when I were when I were what do they call it? Not copulating. What do they call it? Copulating an age. No, when you're transmitting anyway, there's a fucking word for it. Someone will put it in chat probably, unless everyone's hammered. It is Mad Friday after all. But yeah, it was supposed to illuminate when you transmitted, but it didn't. Transmitting is what, but I think they were a word for it as well, weren't they? They were a different word. But I had like a 6-foot twig on a fucking old biscuit tin, mounted on an old biscuit tin upside down. But yeah, on an FM, when FM became legal, and then the Tandies used to sell out of them fucking massively. Tandy, what a good place that were and all to go into, just to have a look round at all fucking shit that were going off, that were coming out, and that tapes. Cheap deodorant, yep. Soap on a rope. Of course, fucking soap on a rope. You've got to have a soap on a rope, haven't you? Fucking spaceman on a rope, and he's made out of soap. So you can take him in fucking bathroom with you, into shower or into bath. Well, shower. You didn't have a fucking shower. I didn't know what a shower were for years. And we had a bath. Compendium of games, still do them. The days when Jimmy Savile, Gary Glitter, and the Yorkshire Ripper were free agents. Yes. Modulating, that's it, Spanish. Thank you very much. Modulating, when you were modulating. I knew that were it, yeah. I knew they were a word. Battling tops, it's all in the wrist action. Coitus. Had a Cassius Clay punch bag before he became Ali. Would probably be worth a good money now. All these toys we're talking about would be worth a lot of money. They would be, wouldn't they? They'd be worth a fortune now these days. That's what it is. They've all gone. We didn't look after us toys. You'd get a selection box, which ended up with bounties left in it. Nobody likes a bounty. I had a Raleigh steel frame 3-speed bike. Magnificent. I bet that were a sight to behold. Like a Raleigh chopper. Yeah, cunnilingus. I know what cunnilingus is. I didn't ever have that for Christmas when I were a kid. There was a kid at my school who once did a book review on the CB's Bible. You get a book if you got a CB radio. I mean, my dad's brother had one when they were AM, and they were, a bit naughty to have them. But he had an AM one, and then when FM became legal, because they were illegal, and FM became legal, they were a mad dash in them. But you always had to have a book, didn't you, so that you could, if you wanted to ask somebody something, you couldn't just ask them, now then, where the fuck are you, or all like that. You had like a code, like a list of stuff, like 10-1 is I don't know, 10-2, fuck knows. 10-4 meant, yeah, I don't know why, but it did. Yeah, like, 10-4, okay, 10-4. 10-4. I can't even think why. But everything had a 10 and then summer. A 10, where are you? Was a 20, 10-20. So what's your 20? But they had like a book that would have them in. So you go through, fucking somebody's finally talking to me after 4 days of like having, having your CB and calling out for a copy and that. So suddenly, middle at night, you're talking to some you'll be talking to somebody you don't even fucking know. I remember I was talking to somebody on thing and we became like good buddies. Yeah, 10-10 till we do it again. 10-10 we'll see that. Yeah. I had half chopper. My handle was Rusty Bucket. Yeah, 10-10. Rusty Bucket, were it? My handle were Dirty Harry. Spanish, it's a CB radio. 10-10-10 till we do it again. 10-10-10. Well, I don't know about that. Yeah. Yeah, but so everything had one of them. So you had to have a little book, and it usually had a few illustrations in it and stuff. So people could you could look up. If someone said something to you, what are you doing? Hang on, he wants a 10. What did he say? 10. 36 or something, and you go through your fucking thing. Do you 10:30? Do you want to meet in the local bogs? No, we'll leave it at that. Yeah, CBs. Ooh, they were the internet of the day. And people were probably up in arms about how amazingly fucking bad they were. That people could be exploited and stuff, and that you didn't know you were talking to. 22 tits on 11 women. 22 tits. Okay. I love my CB until my dad lost his rag and cut the coax cable. Outrageous. That's child abuse, that is. Cutting your CB. It's the same as someone chucking someone's iPhone away now, isn't it? It's the same. Oh yeah, I got it, Kendall. I had a Midland and a few others. All good stuff, all fucking good stuff. Back in day, you get a jumper off somebody that had knitted you. I got a lot of knitted stuff because there are a lot of people on my dad's side of family, women, would knit things, Christmas presents. So you got a lot of Richie jumpers. And you got a lot of stuff that you didn't really want. You're a kid. You're not bothered about clothes and that, are you? Your fucking parents have to get you them because they keep you warm. So you might as well fucking have Christmas and get toys or records. Sometimes I never got records though. That's weird. I ended up being a DJ. I never got records for Christmas. Apart from Fergal Sharkey one year, as somebody once pointed out. Hello, Dirty Harry over in Yorkshire. 10-4. Cheers, Jerry. A major fight occurred shortly. Yeah, I'm sure it did as well. I mean, cutting your coax cable, man. That's fucking terrible. Galini jumper. I don't know what one of them is. CB days are not over yet. I imagine they're not, but I don't suppose it says that it were vibrant at that time. And you could just listen in on other people as well. If you couldn't get anybody to talk to you, you just listen on other people and listen to like two people talking. But they know what they could do. And then you sort of start playing games and being a wanker, and keying when one of them were talking so that you could see who worked closest, and whoever worked closest, you could boom, you could cut them out by keying your thing, and then they go, this channel's obviously full of shit. Knock it up one, and you go up to channel somewhere or other, a different channel. There were only 40 channels. It wouldn't work these days, would it? Everybody's fucking everywhere. Got to be talking to somebody at all times. Check eBay, 400 quid for one. Brilliant CBs. I'd love a CB. I hated those Roger bleeps. Roger, that. We're here what you're saying, Taz. And we'll not say it again. 10-4. Driving up a hill. Okay. Heavier Still When Wet. That was Heavier Still When Wet. Was that by Bon Jovi? Ah, right. Okay, you're talking about footballs, aren't you? Something. But yeah, that way. What were it called? Slippery When Wet, weren't it? That Bon Jovi album. Slippery When Wet. Blah, blah. I'm just looking back through, trying to see. Leather laced footballs, hard as concrete, heavier still when wet. Yeah, Paul. I remember them. Remember footballs, getting a football, and then it'd get wet, and then a little bit of, after a while, it had some use. Perhaps a little bit of stitching had come loose, and you'd be able to see the orange insert, the orange balloon type thing that were inside it. And the more that you used it, the more that the orange bit would come out until you'd sort of got half leather and half orange ball. But still, they lasted a good way. I played football, way we played football, the amount of times we played football. The football, probably you'd be lucky if it lasted you 3 weeks. We had somebody fucking kicking it over edge and then not fetching it, refusing to go and fetch it. And then other one going and get it, someone else going to get it, fucking nicking it before you get it. Oh, Spanish. The Cobra has AM, FM, upper and lower sideband. Brilliant. Brilliant. Single side gland. Evening to you, Paula. Are you okay? Any news about Alan? No, I don't know about that. Oh, Alan, I don't know who we're talking about. Sorry, somebody should be talking to Tony anyway, so none of my business. Them was the days, Kendo. Yes, they were. Yeah, they were. Music were better and everything were better, weren't it? And you know, nostalgia's overrated, but fuck me. I used to think to myself, fuck me, why my mother and father always fucking talking about, or people always, older people talking about how much fucking better it were. For fuck's sake, Jesus Christ, did you have Scramble or did you have, you know, a fucking Operation, the Mad Doctor's Game? Did you? No. So obviously, these days, the 80s were better than the 60s or 70s. Oh, evening, Jace. Glad you're running a clean channel. Filthy buggers about. There are some filthy buggers about. This is a clean channel. Completely clean, apart from all the things in here and around me. Striker balls. Shape went like an egg after a couple of weeks. And flew like a boomerang when you toe pegged it. Yeah, toe pecker. We used to call them toe pecks where we came from, Landraver. Yeah, but I know what you mean about the egg-shaped ball. But that's probably because when we were fucking about, or when, you know, we were picking, someone would sit on it. Someone would sit on ball, wouldn't they? And if it were your ball, you go, fucking get off my ball, you dickhead. You fucking gay. Get off my ball. When you could call people gay, you know, back in day. Fucking get off my ball, you wanker. You wanker. Alan was supposed to be having his hand operation today. Ah, right, okay. Sorry about that. I didn't know. I hope he's okay. I'm not sure who you're referring to, but I do probably know. But yeah, I hope you're okay, Alan. I hope you're okay. Yeah, your operation's gone all right. Yeah, everything was always better. Yeah, you sit on your ball, you play football. You used to play football out on Christmas Day and all. You go and call for your mates and you get fucking clip right ear oil because fucking it's Christmas Day. You know what you're calling him for? It's Christmas Day. We don't want disturbing. Fuck off. Fucking hell. If my fucking family deserted me and all fucked off to a fucking party and left me on my own, he can come out and have a game of fucking Togger with me. Not Heath, though. Heath were never any good at football. Good evening, Sean Hamer. How you doing, me old mate? And listen, if there's anything anybody wants to talk about, just drop what you want to talk about in chat box, or you want me to talk about. Or if you want to come on, anybody, you're welcome to come on. It's a free for all. You're allowed to bring in games. That's how we started this. And we're 45 minutes in. I started this, talked about bringing in games right at the very beginning, and we're 45 minutes in. And we haven't got off it yet. We've gone on CB radios and stuff like that, but we're still talking essentially about Christmas presents that we got as children or back in the day. Yeah, I had a grifter. I never had a rally chopper. I always wanted a rally chopper. I never got one. I think it was where the gears were in middle. You have your handlebars like that. I'm trying to get in, so it's in. Have your handlebars like that, and you'd be pegging the fucking right foot, and then you change gear. Take your hands off. Never allow it these days. Health and safety. And plus that gear stick didn't half hurt on your knackers when I used to ride my cousins when they allowed me. But you come off if you hit something and you went forward off that seat that weren't designed to carry passengers. In other words, don't give anybody a coggy. That might have fucking worked. Not this vehicle is not designed for carrying passengers. Taz, did you speak to Super Leeds? Hope he's well and give him a hug. And listen, I did give him that hug from all of you. I really did give him that hug. And I passed on everybody's love and attention. But yeah, I covered it earlier on, but if you didn't hear it, yeah, I have seen him. All I'm really prepared to say is that I've seen him and he's alive. And I'm going to see him again. So I'll keep you up to date. He has said I can tell you, but I don't think it's my place. So it sounds like I'm fucking trying to. Yeah. Bullhorn handlebars on bastardized bike. I was poor, but that fucking when you got bullhorns on a bike, yeah, one that weren't built for it, you felt like a fucking king, didn't you? Or a queen, Paula. But like you're fucking riding down, your arms are right wide. It's like when when football fans and they stand there and they go like that, trying to make themselves look big. That's what you were doing only on a bike, and you were a kid. And then you could say out to anybody, and if anybody said, "Oh, get back here," you just go, "Yeah, fuck off," and then go away. You're away, totally away. Butts up and fast, yeah. Butts up and fast. Spanish Chicken said he had an 8-meter dipole bolted to the garage. Dad kept saying I would burn the house down. He always unplugged the TV area, lol. In fact, sometimes I did used to fuck about with it. Mine used to fuck about with next door's TV. But I do know what you mean by a dipole, an 8-meter dipole. I think it was 4 meters each side, weren't it? And it was like sort of stuck on side of your house and like go up and down. So one going up and one going down. I always wanted one of them, but for a start, my mum wouldn't let me have one on the house. And secondly, they were far more expensive than I could fucking afford. Even if I saved up my 60 pence a week fucking pocket money for a number of years, I couldn't even get one out of a catalogue without, 8 days a week, fucking paying 30 pence a week for 160 fucking weeks and get some out of a catalogue. Or club, as they used to call it. I paid my club. So when I come round to your house on a Friday and I've come for club money, catalogue money. Good days. You don't go online and order it. You got a catalogue out. And then you go, and toys were always at back. But just before toys, were women's lingerie. So you'd open it up near the back. Mag mount on a biscuit tin. I had a biscuit tin, but it weren't a mag mount. It was screwed down, but it were a 6-foot pole, 6-foot twig. Yeah, but what am I fucking talking about then? I could never pop a wheelie. That's why I never married. Oh dear, that's a shame. Mag mount, yeah. Damn, I bet they caused some right fucking. People had them on cars, didn't they? Back in them days, I suppose it caused like paint jobs and. Nobody really gave a fuck, did they? A car were to go around in unless you were like right posh, in which case you were showing off in it. But BMXs when pegging was admirable. Pegging. Is that bit where they put them things up back? Trick nuts. So you could stand on them, on nuts at Wheeling. Yeah. Oh yeah, the catalogue section. The catalogue, sorry, the underwear section. Yeah, beautiful. Toys were at back. Electronics are probably just before toys, and then before that, the lingerie. You get a lingerie, and you were just looking to see, can you see out through? Is there, and you get one, and you'd sort of like, I'm sure if I put this under right light, I'll be able to see through them and be able to see the nipples, or even better, I might even see a cunny. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, no, never could see. Never could see. Never worked that out. Yeah, nuts on back peg. Right, nuts on back is pegging. Right, we used to call them trick nuts. I don't know. They work. I never had a BMX, I don't think. Never had a BMX. Oh, I never had my own BMX. I used to probably half-inch somebody's or use somebody else's. Grattan's had a heavier-breasted models. Grattan's. It's the last time a Grattan's catalogue comes into this house. Yeah, everyone knows what I'm talking about. You go look at that were online, weren't it? Looking through a catalogue, that were online. And if you pointed at it first before your sibling, you were the one that were, in your imagination that what were going off in your head, then you were the one that were going to get that. You get that. But you both couldn't have the same thing. So, like, you don't think it. And then it got to a point where my sister had, like, this bit of a photographic type memory, so she'd remember. So after a while, she'd turn a page over, because she started fucking 6 months before Christmas. And my sister had a bit of a thing, so she'd know what were in there. By the time it got closer to Christmas, she'd know what were on each page. So she'd know what to put a finger on. So she'd turn it on and put a finger on directly on something. Oh, fucking hell, I'm going to get a look. You've already fucking nicked up fucking... I don't fucking know. Whatever the things they had in them days. What about, do you remember them little go-kart things that you could pedal? And they were like really low and they had 4 wheels, strangely enough. They had 4 wheels and pedals and they'd have like a little steering wheel, fucking lethal. But great. I mean, imagine them these days. They have electric ones now and they're not allowed to use them. Pegging is where your missus wears a strap on and does your ass. That's what it's called, love. Keep it between you and your sister, Jace. All right. Pegging and dogging. No, pegging. Pegging, we're talking about fucking bikes, aren't we? How come why are we going on about fucking dogging here now? Where's dogging coming to us? There you go. Pegging is where your missus wears a strap on and does your ass. Oh, right, okay. Not happened to me recently, anyway. Oh, dear. But it just ties in with some of that's been going on with people we know, shall we say. It's the Jason Ho Show on Raconteurs News. Jason Ho Show. You can have a booze. Just in case you missed that, it was my new intro that has just been made for me tonight. Not in fucking house, lol. Not while you're awake, lol. That you know of. Yeah, this is all fucking weird. You're all getting weird now in this chat room. I'm blaming the festive spirit that you've got in you. From, we've got to be festive now because Boris is going to lock us down tomorrow. So we might as well be festive, aren't we? And have a festive time. And everyone will go, oh my God, did you fucking Christmas? It will can't believe it. We cancelled again. We had to cancel it. And you'll be able to go, not me. I had my Christmas on Friday with Raconteurs News with Fat Jace. as is known. Evening, gentlemen, says Rex George. Evening, Rex. Hope you're all right, my brother. We are talking about, we have been talking about the very serious issue of toys and like a Simon or something like that, or an Etch-a-Sketch. You bring one of them, or a train set. Nobody's brought up a train set. Anybody have a train set in here? I mean, I'd have loved a train set, me, but just no fucking chance. Far too expensive. Far too expensive. I had a little game, one like electronic game when they first came out called Scramble. That I went on. That I had. Apple Charlotte's here. Good evening, Apple. I hope you're okay. I hope you're doing all right. Yeah, Ormby. Yeah, expensive stuff though, that weren't it? Scrumping, kicking apples. Scrumping. No, I don't think I ever went scrumping. I don't know why. Someone would always say you can't eat them apples anyway, and then I think I ate an apple once out of a tree and it had a fucking worm in it. A worm. A worm. There's an R in it, so say it. It's a worm. Apple Charlotte, glad I haven't seen you for a long time. I hope you're doing well. If anyone wants to call in, they're welcome to. Let me put the invite up there. You don't have to, like. I've just come on for a bit of. Yeah, I thought you had. I thought you'd been in with hospitals. I've seen a few of your posts on Facebook, so I hope you're all right. Anyway, I'm very well, thank you. I'm very, very well. I'm about as good as I've ever been since you all have known me. Obviously, when I was younger and more, I had hair and that, I were a lot better. And 2 legs. That helped a lot, you know. It helped a fucking lot. I had a train set, but it never ran on time. And when it did, they went on strike. Boom. There you go. Screwball Scramble. No, it was just called Scramble. And it were like an electronic game. So it was like a little game that you get in arcade, but it was like a really small thing. Self-contained thing, but it only had one game in it, and it was called Scramble. And I think I got to ender it. Like when you got to ender it, then it started again, and so you were repeating yourself over. So once you completed it, you still played on it because there was fuck all else to do. You know, you still played with it because the alternative were getting all toe jam from between your toes and eating it on some of your toenails. Pull a bit of your toenail off, get some toe jam, put it on. That's what they were our nibbles. Them were when I were a kid. That's what nibbles. You kids, you have fucking toe jam nibbles. You're not allowed a fucking any crackers or them fucking sticks. Remember them fucking chocolate sticks? You'd always get a packet. I'd always get a packet of them. A box like, and because it were in a box, you were supposed to think, "Ooh, this is really good," but they were either orange or they were mint, and I didn't like either orange or fucking mint. But I'd always get someone a chocolate orange as well. You'd always get a chocolate orange. My dad wouldn't let me play with his trains. Oh, Stewie, man. Yeah, tap it, unwrap it. The chocolate orange. Back in the days when Jace had that Paul Michael Glazier perm. Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, I did. Paul, that's off Starsky and Hutch, by the way. I think it's Starsky, isn't it? Is it Starsky or is it Hutch? It's one out fucking over. It's definitely not Huggy Bear. Although he probably did have a perm, a Jason Holmes perm. Turkish Delight, yeah. Do you know what I like Turkish Delight? I want a few people that like Turkish Delight and Baby Sham. There's nothing better than a Christmas night with Turkish Delight and a Baby Sham. Had a Huggy Bear do. Yeah, I had a Huggy Bear do. Yeah, Huggy Bear do. Evening to you, Tom's Urban Explorer. I hope you're all right, mate. Nougat. Yeah, nougat. Who gets nougat? Or nougat? Whatever you want to fucking... Well, it depends how pretentious you are, innit? Nugget. Have you got some nugget? Nugget. No, nugget's a different thing. That's what Rob Alford calls people. But yeah, nougat, nougat. I like a snowball at Christmas, the alcoholic variety. We used to always have a snowball at Christmas, didn't we, love? Snowballs. Don't they make you feel Christmassy? Yeah. Terry's chocolate starfish. Oh dear. Soft nougat. Nougat. Yeah, nougat. Usually you got nougat for Christmas if somebody had had it bought for them from, somebody bought, instead of buying a stick of rock, they bought them a bit of nougat from Seaside in summer. Yeah. So you instead of getting a stick of rock, you'd get a nougat, and then you'd re-gift it in Christmas. In Christmas, nugget for me. Oh, nougat. Yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it? Nougat. But like when it were half white and half pink, one of them big bars that you get at Seaside. Get one of them for Christmas. I do remember one particular fucking Christmas where, and I'll tell you what year it were. It were when Johnny Mathis were at number one with Where because I remember that were number one at Christmas, and I think my mum and dad's mates had come round on Christmas Eve, and they brought us some gifts, and we weren't allowed to open them until Christmas Day, obviously. And we nagged because I got in my mind there was this one particular one. I thought, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. I got all sorts of things going through my mind what were going to be in this box, and they said, right, you can open one, and so I decided to open that one because there are all the amazing things that had gone through my mind that could be in this box. And when I opened it, were fucking chocolate orange. And I don't really like chocolate. And I don't fucking like chocolate orange. So I was fucking gutted. And I think I nearly fucking lobbed it out a window around the car. Because that's what you like when you're a kid. And bear in mind, what was Johnny Mathis number one? About 70 something, so I would have been under 10. You can understand that. Apparently, Sir Cliff Richard, 81, is doing a topless calendar this year. Oh, right, okay. Excellent. Don't buy one for your kids, for fuck's sake. Johnny Mathis had a really bad lisp and was often name-baited. All right, Johnny Mathis. What are Johnny Mathis? Mathis. I don't know. Not everything about the 70s was better. No, I'm right. You're right. I'm going back to Christmas and the way I remember it. And it's always better than when you remember it than it were when you actually happened. That's why nobody is ever in the fucking good old days before they've left them. Because they're not fucking good old days until you look back on them. And then the good old days, because what you've got now is such a fucking shower of shit worse that you yearn for that, don't you? You yearn for that. You spend your whole childhood wanting to be a fucking grown up, and then you spend your entire adult life wanting to be a fucking kid again. Once you realise that it's fucking being an adult's like wank, innit? It's fucking wank. I think that's probably one of the things that I used to tell Emmy. I'd said, look, it's crap being an adult. You don't want to wish your life away, because when you get to being an adult, it is crap. I suppose it's you shouldn't really do that, but You shouldn't really do that, but because it then think, well, if they think, well, being a kid's shit, and now I'm being told being an adult's fucking shit, what's fucking point? I might as well become a fucking Sheffield United fan or a fucking Mormon or something. Or if Jehovah's, tell kids you're going to be a Jehovah's Witness. We've just decided we're going to be Jehovah's Witnesses, so there's fuck all presents this year. Then look at the faces. Brilliant. Stewie says he's resisting becoming an adult. I think we all are, aren't we? We all are. And some people don't realise they're doing it, but they are. Especially people that are like blind to all this shit that's going on at the moment. It's because they're in this perpetual fucking mother's arms. The government is the mother and they're in their arms and they're holding them and they're saying to them, it's okay, it's all right. Just have one more prick, one more, and then we'll let you out. You can go and do whatever you want. Go on, run the earth and, walk all over the place. Go wherever you want. Fly to foreign parts. You'll be able to do that. Just one more prick. Did I say one more prick last time? I don't think I did. No, I didn't say that. No. I think if you go back, I think the real issue here, the burning issue here is you're trying to play politics with language. No, that's not what you are going to do with me. Yeah. I'm just talking out of my arse again, aren't I? Omnicron sounds like something out of the Transformers. It's fucking weird, isn't it? It is weird, though, isn't it? You've got to say. I saw last night. I were on Facebook. Because I had a chat with Dinny last night. And afterwards, before. But yeah, anyway, I went on Facebook and there's this friend of my mother's who friend requested me years ago, and so she's a friend of my mother's. She's a bit younger than my mother, but she's a friend of my mother's. And she'd written something about having all the vaccines and then like sort of trying to justify it. But it were one of them copy and paste things that them shit things that go around where you see somebody and they've written this. Usually it's, I do not give Facebook permission to have used my photographs. Hereby give notice that it's just utter bollocks. That you might as well just fucking jump into your computer onto your actual timeline and have a shit on it, because that's all you're doing is you're copying and pasting. But this thing were like this thing that we're going on about how I've had all my vaccines and blah blah blah, and it's people who are selfish. I've done it because I want to get back to a normal life. I enjoyed my life. I enjoyed going and visiting people. I enjoyed flying to foreign. I did this, and I want us to get back to that, which is why I've had my vaccines. Copy and paste and share if you agree. And I'm fucking honestly, I'm sat there and I'm thinking about it. I'd read it and then I'd read it again, and I could see what it was. I could see it was a copy and paste shit thingy, load of shit. But I thought to myself, right, I've got two courses of action here. There's I can put a picture under as a comment, a picture that says, if you ever wondered whether you would have gone along with Nazi Germany, you would have gone along, complied when the Nazis were empowering Nazi Germany. Now you know, right? I'm going to put that underneath. Or second, I could just fucking unfriend. And that's what I decided to do. I just thought discretion's better part of valor. I just can't even be arsed. It's a friend of my mum's. I'm just going to really seriously tell her, really, I was just ready to pop. And then I just thought, well, there's just no fucking point. She's never going to fucking listen. If you scream and shout at somebody, they're not going to listen. You've got to let them do it. You've got to let them find out for themselves. This is the point I was making before. As where I made this point when I was chatting with Leeds other day, when I was sat chatting with Leeds and his mum, And I said that it's probably best if you just leave them, or share information and stuff like that. But when there are people that are so ingrained and brainwashed and indoctrinated into this system that can't think for themselves, and can't think for themselves, there's no point. Might as well just leave them to it. Leave them to find out. Leave it until it happens to one of theirs and they go, oh, well, you know, when one of theirs has the vaccine and then dies, somebody they know, because it's going to happen at some point, especially where now they're up in it. They you know, try. Fucking hell. Hang on a minute. Where I saw this. This is fucking mental. We're mental. We're the mad ones. We're mad. We're crackers. Us. We don't want that. We don't want that. And we're prepared to give up our fucking. We're prepared to keep giving up his freedoms, and for as long as you'll fucking, it takes for you to fucking work it out, and everyone to get there, everyone to get on the same fucking page. But we're not going to be fucking. We're not going to be coerced. We're not going to be bullied. We're not going to be shit upon from a great height anymore by these fucking utter wankers. And none of them are going to be anywhere near Downing Street. Or they're fucking done now. They'll have brought in games today into Houses of Commons. They probably did. They probably had games while they were in there. But they're doing different games, you know, like Shag the fucking Lib Democrat. Because there's a new one in there, isn't there? A new one. But you know what I'm saying. They play fucking dirty, shitty, wanky fucking games like the cunts. But Right said Fred had tweeted something, and here we go. A fucking jabathon. A 24-hour jabathon. Let's see, that should calm down in a minute. Fucking jabathon. Fucking on Lordship Lane. Lordship Lane. I didn't notice that before, but that's quite apt, isn't it? A fucking jabathon. See, this is how desperate they are. They're saying, oh, jabathon. Now, did you complete the jabathon? What were your time on jabathon? Oh, yeah, I had all my 3 jabs in for 2 hours, 49 minutes and 18 seconds. But I could get nowhere near fucking Ethiopians. They were just way out here. They were jabbed us straight away. Just fucking crackers. It's a fucking jabathon. Where off to? I'm off to a jabathon. Fucking living it up. Might be actually 11 tonight. It's a 24-hour jabathon. I'm going to be there. They're going to be serving jabs all night. Oh, yes. Oh, Phil, let's have, when we get in, we'll have a double start off with, shall we? Double, please. Jab tender. Jesus. Fucking Friday night. Mad Friday. Don't. What are you doing? You're fucking going to a jabathon. I'd go to a jabathon if it were a jabathon, as in another jabathon. Do you know what I mean? Jabbing, if it were like a rude party, because it sounds a bit like a sex party, doesn't it? A sexy swingers party type thing. A jabathon. We're going to have a 24-hour jabathon. Not true, Jason. The Ethiopians won't take it. Yeah, I'm sort of doing like the marathon analogy as well. You know, I couldn't get anywhere near the Ethiopian because they're really good at running and they dominate marathons. I've done. So that's the only reason I referenced Ethiopians. I've got no idea whether Ethiopians are jabbed or unjabbed. I've got no idea. Jabathon, that's Uni's gold grind profile. He's old. He's old. Grinder profile, not his gold one. It's fucking his gold Grinder profile. Imagine that, what that would be. Oh dear. His Grinder. His Grinder photos is one of them panoramic ones. Sorry. It sounds like the song I'm Jabbing. Jabbing. Yeah, jamming, jabbing. Fucking jabbathon. Can't beat a jabber, but feck a jab, lol. Can't beat a jabber. They are all going to the Jabbertoire. Fucking brilliant. I like that. Jabbertoire. That's a fucking really good pun. That's what they should call it, a fucking Jabbertoire. Yeah, a Jabbertoire. Not a Jabbathon, a fucking Jabbertoire. Fucking sick cunt. I mean, who's Friday night, week before Christmas? Who's thinking they're shutting fucking nightclubs in Welsh Wales. They're shutting nightclubs on 27th. All nightclubs are closing. They're shutting them. It's going to be all right up until then. But, after 27th, that's when all fucking Omicronians, they're all going back to work, aren't they, on 27th, on Monday after Christmas. So they have to shut all nightclubs. I mean, why? If it's so important, do it now. If it's that important, do it now. They're not going to do it now, are they? Because it's going to be next fucking Tuesday. That's in Welsh Wales. So I don't know what about Scotland is going to do, or fucking English England, or Irish Ireland. Ireland is fucked 8 p.m. No, I don't know about. Is something gone off? Something happened in Ireland? Something happened in their is it the Dáil? Is it their parliament? Passport system worked well in Wales. Then for the club, they've had the passport system, haven't they, in Wales for nightclubs? But they're closing them on Monday the 27th, which is weird because that's like what we on 17, so in 10 days' time. How did they know it's gonna? It's like it's the old argument is. You ask for a doctor's appointment and they say, well, we've got one for 2 weeks, and you think, well, can I? Oh, all right. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll delay it for as long as I can, being ill. But I might not. I might need before. Stupid. I didn't know you're going to be ill in fucking 2 weeks. All right. If it's like a regular thing, you're just going for a blood test, or you just go in because your fucking pubes have all started falling out and you don't know why, or you've got a fucking a toe thing like a bunion or something, or an ingrowing toenail. But not when you need to go to doctors. When you need to see a doctor, you need to see a doctor. You don't need to see one in 2 weeks' time. That's fucking ridiculous. It's the same with this. It's the same logic, but the people don't see it. Don't go. Nobody's. Well, they do. I think more people see it than we give credit for. Because I think there's I saw a stat tonight that 25% of people haven't even had a single jab, not a one, which is a quarter, which is more than they're saying. And nobody's going to have this third, fourth. All right, you might get a few for third. I saw, as usual, like you would do. I didn't see any in real life, but on TV I saw queues. And then they went to some old Binton who were walking about Leeds, and and I think they should make everybody have it. Then we can all go back. It's the same ones all the time. I bet when they stopped people in the street, they got 10 times more people going, "We're fucking load of bollocks in it," or they're doing it for fucking. How can they fucking asking questions? How can you know in 10 days it's going to need fucking looking down and this, that, fucking other? But yeah, they show the old bink going, we should all have to have it. It should be mandatory. It should, like she's going to come up with a fucking word mandatory. Fucking some bag lady in fucking Leeds pushing a fucking shopping trolley about. I'm not wrong with that person. I'm just saying these are the type of people that fucking pick on people that perhaps had a fucking that they know that's we're going to have different fucking that's going to do what they're fucking told, say what they're told. Just tell us what you think about vaccines. Oh well, I'm not. Oh, I don't like needles. I don't like needles. Fucking needles. Don't worry, we'll give you a tablet. Don't like needles. We'll give you a tablet, man. Have a fucking tablet. In fact, vaccine marijuana. You can smoke your vaccine. And it'll make you like, immune to giving a fuck. That's the vaccine you want. The one that makes you immune to giving a fuck. They're not going to fucking stop. And you're banging your head against the fucking brick wall if you're trying to wake people up. Don't bother. Don't bother. Keep posting information. Keep posting stuff. Keep saying things when people bring it up to you. But don't try and take it to somebody because they don't want it. They just don't. It's shit they don't want. They don't want telling that. So they're just going to fucking. It's just going to ruin the day. And I don't really want to be reason why someone's day's ruined. Because I know I'm not going to get anywhere. I'd love to ruin the day if it were going to work, but it's not going to work, is it? They're just going to push back against you. Back to the children thing. Back to being a child, pushing back, doing what you're fucking told, not doing what you're told. By us anyway. They'll fucking do what they're told by government. Government fucking said, by the way, it's mandatory. Every time you see a policeman, he's got to feel your tits, whether you're a man or a woman. If he asks you, if an officer asks you, he's got to feel you. If people would acquiesce, they'd do it, they'd allow it. Tickle you under bollocks. Yeah, we've got to tickle you under bollocks, it's the law. Oh, all right, mate. Then. Fucking bit cheesy and that. But I'm sorry about that. Crazy. Fucking crazy. Doing nothing. Doing nothing is a fucking crime. Doing nothing is it is a crime as well. It's a fucking crime that's being committed upon us. It's a fucking crime that they're going to pay for as well. They will pay for it. We need a raconteur's Webby in my pocket. As soon as the jabbers come near with press and play, with press play, and it gives a 6-hour lecture on contract law. Great idea. Great idea. My neighbour's double jab grandson just got COVID. Fucking mental, innit? Christian Eriksen, first one to go down with footballer, high-profile footballer to go down with a condition that we suspect is linked to the vaccine. His club's had to let him go today. His contract's been terminated through mutual consent. They've come to a deal. His insurance, I'm sure, is going to pay out. I don't think his career's over. It's just that Italian laws, where he plays in Italy, Italian footballing rules mean that if he's got any sort of heart problem, he's not allowed to play in the division. He can play in others. But, I mean, do you really want to? But when you're playing football, that's the thing. It's something that he enjoys and he loves doing. But just take insurance money like Aguero. Aguero retired, announced his retirement, I think, yesterday or day before. Incredible. This guy, Argentinian guy, and he's scored the most iconic goal in Premier League history. He's a great player. He's Manchester City's all-time top goal scorer. And he goes to Barcelona, and this jab shit all fucking kicks in. He's obviously had one, and he's over and he's done. His career's over. Insurance company, imagine the amount of money that insurance companies are going to end up paying to these players who can't play anymore. They're going to be paid. They're going to soon start saying, "Listen, if one goes down on pitch, they're going to start paying people to not be as quick to get on pitch, to revive them." It's a fucking terrible situation we find ourselves in. Who the fuck would you trust? Who would you trust? 25% of footballers apparently in the Premier League are not vaccinated, and have got no intention of being vaccinated. So there might be more that are unvaccinated, but there's 25% of players in the Premier League, or is it EFL? It might be EFL. In which case, that's even more people that aren't going to get vaccinated. Not had one jab, and now we've got this Premier League weekend. Half games have been postponed. You know what's going to happen? They are going to turn the football off tomorrow, or maybe Sunday, but they're going to turn the football off. It's going to be gone. Like I said at the start, it's the one thing that we get at Christmas when you've got no social interaction. There's loads of sport on. There's not going to be. It's going to be turned off. You're going to be fucking really punished for not complying, because we've not complied. Incredible, isn't it? Incredible. Have you had your vaccine? Have you had your fucking foreskin took off? When was your last prostate exam? See, these are all things you can say. If someone says, "Have you had your vaccine?" Say, "Have you had your prostate? When was your last prostate exam?" Unless you're a female, in which case, when was your last smear? Or have you had your penis foreskin removed? To me, I had to look down, didn't I? Why did I look down? I've got underpants on tonight, and I looked down when I were trying to find the word foreskin. It's not just Bupa that aren't covering coof jabs for vax damages. Oh, hang on, here we go. It went up. It's not just Bupa that aren't covering the coof jab for vax damages. The government aren't covering it either. Yeah. Matt Letizia is on the ball. I agree with that. Taz Media. Oh, sorry. I'm getting into someone's conversation there. Yeah, but Bupa won't cover vaccine damage. Amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. It's all there. It's everything you need to know what's causing all this shit is there. Sticky balls. But yeah, I'm trying to remember, dig out the word foreskin, and I look down for some reason. Oh, I've got my hot kiss underpants on. Jace, Paul Horsby used a very interesting phrase on radio, talk shit this week. He said, "What happens when people ask the question that we cannot ask about, the thing we can't talk about?" Yeah, do you know, I think I heard that. I think I might have been coming back from Leeds, or it were on today, because I were out today in car, and I always have Talk Sport on in car, because I went to take 80 shopping today, so I always have Talk Sport on in car, and yeah, I did hear him say that, and it did intrigue me. It sort of like clicked at time. But yeah, Paul Hawksby and Jacobs, he said something. But you see, Trevor Sinclair were on, weren't he? Trevor Sinclair was on Talk Sport, and when he said something about it, now he must have agreed not to talk about it anymore because he's back on. He won't have him on again if we were going to keep bringing it up. So he must have agreed not to talk about it. But he was one of the guys that were like saying thanks for on Twitter, thanks for all the support and everything that I've had, because he must have got a right bollocking for it. One of the guys on Talk Radio, the fat grey-haired guy, said "fuck live." I didn't listen to Talk Radio. It was Talk Sport Hour. Talk Sport Hour. Talking about. That'd be Mike. Is it Mike Graham on Talk Radio? Yeah, Mike Graham. Yeah. Thanks, Spanish. Yeah, Mike Graham. He used to be teamed up with Mike Dickin. Not Mike Dickin. Mike Dickin, awesome fucking fella. He were a fucking legend. Mike Dickin. On Talk Sport. He used to be with what's his name? Mike Parry. Mike Parry. Yeah. Yeah. Sinclair has been re-educated. It looks like it. It looks like he's more interested in the dollar than his fellow professional athletes. You know, his fellow footballers. Hey, hello, Newbie. How you doing? Didn't see you at chart. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so people are getting he's more interested in his dollar than his fellow footballers. But I suppose they offered him a decent amount of money to shut the fuck up, because they would have known that he would have caused a whole ruckus. I mean, there were people trying to. It's a wonder they didn't do something, set him up with something. Fuck knows. I just don't know how it works. These days. They're just fucking weird fuckers. A lot of them. There's only Matt Lettice really that's been out and been saying stuff. And Barry Bannon had done. I know you probably don't even know what I'm talking about, but Barry Bannon's a Sheffield Wednesday player and played for Scotland anyway. He has played in his time as well. So Parry's dead, is he? Never. No, Parry's not dead. You talk about Dickin, aren't you? Sorry, Jace, my bad. Got mixed up. Ref talk right. Okay, he's dead. Parry. Is it Parry dead? Really? I didn't hear that. But that'd be interesting. I thought he was going to fucking die in 2004 when he got some weird thing. The Tories have lost North Shropshire seat. Somebody said that. Try and say that out loud. North Shropshire seat. North Shropshire seat. They'd held it for nearly 200 years. Yeah, fucking hell. 200 years, nearly 200 years, and lost it to a fucking Liberal Democrat. Imagine, it don't matter who fucking gets it, does it? Really, it just cuts the Tories majority down by one, but they've got a massive majority anyway. No, the Aussie guy. Who are we talking about here, Spanish? Anyway, I don't know. I didn't know Mike Parry was dead, if he is. He should have died in 2004, apparently. Oswestry. Now, there's a fucking shithole if you've ever been. If you've ever been to Oswestry, I've been to Oswestry. Fucking hell. Talk about a fucking shithole. A proper fucking shithole, honestly. In fact, it's where shitholes go to have a shit. Who's Mike Parry? Oh, I don't know. It's Mike Dickin who's dead, isn't it? Somebody wrote Mike Parry is dead. Mike Dickin, I was talking about, he's dead. He died in mysteriously, but he used to do on Talk Sport when it became Talk. He were on Talk when it were right back in day when it first Talk Radio, and then it became Talk Sport. But he was still on and had his show on a mid morning. But he used to bring up the Diana thing all the time. And how she were murdered. He used to say it on thing. She were murdered by Prince Philip. He just used to say it on national radio. God, that fucking wish with them days were back again. But have a look at him. If you've never seen him, have a look for some YouTube clips of Mike Dickin, Dikkin. I think that's where it was. But yeah, he was fucking a legend, a fucking legend. He'd ring up, he did a phoning show, and people would phone in, and they'd say, "Hello, Mike, how are you?" And he'd say, "My health is not in question, but yours will be if you don't get on with it." Fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. Jonathan Coleman. It was Jonathan Coleman. Is he dead, is he? Wasn't he a big fat cunt from Australia? The Aussie. Here we go. Oh my God. I had a bad case of angioedema the other day. My tongue was swollen so bad. I had a terrible lisp. Did you see it on my Facebook page, Jace? No, I didn't actually. No, to be honest, I don't really. I sort of have a look through Facebook. I tried to stealth it because it can, it just takes your time up, doesn't it? It's just a thief of your time. But if I'm not doing it, which I, last fucking 3-4 years, I have, but I've not looked at that. No, swollen up. Oh dear. Can I shamelessly plug my Apple Charlotte channel? Ben making some music. Take a wee look if you fancy. Okay, yeah, of course you can. You can plug your Apple Charlotte channel. Apple Charlotte, just put the link in there, and I'm sure everybody will get it. Ben's making some music. Take a wee look if you fancy. I think Ben's your other half. Ain't you had your wisdom teeth out yet? My boy had his out. Poor baby. Did feel for him. So, and we had these fucking 4 kids that were killed in that thing as well, that fire. There's always something like this about a week before Christmas. There's always a story where, and I'm assuming it goes on quite a lot. These 4 lads, poor lads, have been somewhere in London, in a house, killed in a house fire. 2 pairs of twins. I think one pair were 3 and one pair were 4. So terrible thing. But there always seems to be something like that that's in the news around Christmas time. I don't know whether it's just the effect that perhaps that wouldn't have made national news. It might have made news in London at the time. But then again, there's always that if it's happening at a different time of year. But we know how the media work. They're fucking vicious bastards for their own ends. Rex George says, I'm getting into Alan Watt. Yeah, I've listened to Alan Watt. A few Alan Watt stuff here. Really good. He's some really good videos. I think he's dead in Alan Watt. He's not long since died, a couple of years ago. Yes, I'm still on Skype, Apple, but I just rarely use it because it's so fucking shit. What Dickin deaded, for fuck's sake. Chegwin and Dickin, yes, they are all died. Dickin and Chegwin, they are all died. Unfortunately. Yeah, I'm still on Skype, Charlotte, but I very rarely use it because it takes so much fucking shit for it to load up, and then it wants you to do fucking jump through hoops and take a picture of your knob and all that sort of bollocks. So I got a bit pissed off with it. 8 dead in Oz. Bouncy Castle took off. Fucking hell. That's terrible. 8 dead. I think there was something similar to that here, weren't they? A few years ago, where there were a lot of people who were in a bouncy castle, and a gust of wind took it, and it weren't. If you've ever used bouncy castles, and I've had a couple of bouncy castles, and if you don't get them pinned down, then they're fucking deadly. If they're not pinned down right, but if a decent gust of wind gets it, it don't matter how much it's pinned down, it's going to take off. But it's terrible. 8 dead. This is fucking Christmas. This is what you need. This is why fucking Die Hard's a jolly Christmas story. Blah blah. Kids, fucking hell. Outright, yeah. These lads as well. These young lads. Someone's been arrested for neglect, child neglect. Said a 27-year-old woman. Whether that's the mother or whether it's a babysitter or whether it's fucking hell. This day and age, it could be grandmother, couldn't it? At 27. I know it's a bit facetious on me, but yeah, I've seen worse. I've seen things of similar thing. But anyway, yeah, some woman's been arrested. Hopefully they get to the bottom of that, deal with that. Terrible incidents with children that were in the last couple of weeks. That little baby Star, that little girl, where the two women were, the mother and the mother's lesbian friend, were convicted of killing her. I think, and then there was the one before that where the stepmother, the mother, was it the stepmother and the father? Yeah, the stepmother and the father. I think so. Yeah, I think it was stepmother and father that were convicted of killing that. Killing that. If you got, send that by on Facebook Messenger, Charlotte. If you want, you can do that. You've got me on Facebook, so. Good evening to you, Wish Fix. You're late. I know you're late. What did I specifically put at the bottom of this? Don't be late. Never mind. You're here now. You can listen back. Better late than never. And actually, if you're listening to it from start, you won't hear me say that until right later on in the show. So, my mate got that gear stick embedded in his thigh. Ouch. My mate got what gear? Oh, the chopper one. See, I think Sean's listening late because I was talking about that earlier on, about how that gear stick on the chopper. I was talking about that earlier on. So he's on Rebrug. He's gone back a bit, like Sky, or he's started from beginning. So at an hour and 42 minutes and 56 seconds. Hello, Sean. Got your message from before. Jeffro's gone as well. Double COVID jab and boosted as well, yeah. Died of COVID. I saw somebody, I saw a thing on that, and people were fucking, doing usual stuff underneath. And I posted that if it had not been double jabbed and boosted, just think how bad it could have been then. So incredible. Double jab and he dies of COVID. Fuck me. I mean, that in itself tells you something, doesn't it? And my missus, I was talking to my missus last night. Just generally chit chatting, and we were trying to remember different people, well-known people that had died from COVID. I'm sure there's been a few, but I just can't. Off the top of my head, Jethro would have been one of them, but it must have been the other night because it was yesterday I saw that, I think. Jethro, Cornish comedian, yeah, Jethro. I won't be able to tell you a Jethro joke, but I've heard no but good things from him, about him. So I perhaps we'll have a listen. Well, we'll have a listen to some of his YouTube stuff and see what he were all about. But yeah, I do. I know he were popular with we have a new direct Democratic Party registered now. Nubian must be talking about Sweden where she lives. Thread. Alfie. Oh yes, we've had Alfie as well. Yeah, the everyone virtue signaling about that. Nobody did out while they were alive, but terrible, absolutely terrible. Scare tactics. Yeah, I agree with you. And depravity. We're on it. I'm sorry, I'm a bit behind on your on messages on the chat room. Lesbian found guilty of child murders should be sent to male jails. Yeah, really? seems an cruel and unusual punishment for the men in them jails. So what I'm trying to do is I'm keep because I'm reading something, and then it's obviously directed at somebody else and not as a general chat. And I know it's there and anyone can see it anyway, but hardly any masks on in Asda earlier tonight. I went in Aldi with Adi earlier on. Aldi with Aldi. I think I'm sure I've done it before. I've been, and there were most people didn't have them on. Some did, but most didn't. Do you know I must be right behind. I'm old enough to know it's gone on for years. History, child cruelty. If I saw something with a child, I would have to try to help. I don't want horrible details daily. It's terrible, isn't it? Yeah, I know. I understand what you mean. You don't need it, do you? And that sounds it sounds callous, but it really isn't. When it really comes down to it, it really isn't anything to do with us. It isn't. It's to do with the people, and this is what I don't like about these grievers, these professional. We got them quite a lot in the noughties. Ollie and Jessica's mum and dad at Man United game before they'd even been found. This was before they'd even been found. They'd been invited to Manchester. What, from fucking Soham down in Norfolk? You're going to go up to Manchester when your fucking kids are missing? And same with the Reece Jones, his parents on the pitch at Everton, and everyone's clapping them. Why are you on pitch? Your kids died. Grief should be private. It's private. It's a private thing. It's an emotion, but it's one of the most powerful emotions, and it really should be private. You don't want to be spreading it everywhere. You want to spread happiness and love and everything. Something's bad. You don't want to make someone else feel bad by telling them the bad thing that's happened to you. These grief. I'm just like this Alfie thing. This Alfie thing is really, really bad. But they just went over the top with everybody doing this, trying to up each other, one-upmanship on each other. You know, Banksy drew a thing, and he only drew it for Banksy. He didn't draw it for anybody else. He drew it for Banksy. Virtue signaling. Banksy's a really good man. Oh, look, he did that. Yeah, let's fucking trust him. Banksy. Fuck's sake. Nobody knows who he is. Gear. His name's fucking Graham, and he lives in Arbroath. And whoever referenced Paul Hawksby earlier on should know what I'm talking about there. Bobby Arbroath it is on there. Sent it to you in Messenger for laugh. Right, cheers. Let's see if I can find that, and then I'll play it. Recreational grieving, yeah. I won't really play it, Charlotte, but it's on Facebook. If you want to see Charlotte talking, I'm assuming it's on Facebook. I'd say I'm really behind here. Here's my morning face. How does it work? Yeah, good, exactly. See, that's the thing. But if you say anything, it makes to the somebody who don't think, it makes you appear callous. You know, I don't. It's the same with anything. People are so much trying to attach themselves by any means possible to something that's nothing to do with them, nothing at all to do with them. But they try to attach themselves, and then it's like basking in the reflected pity. You know, people are feeling pity for him, but, you know, I feel pity, and I did more than you did to, you know, my thing that I did. I raised money. I had a candlelit vigil. Yes, it filled my head and broke my heart with Jessica and Holly. Every newspaper stand details. My daughter was the same age. and we're on holiday. Thankfully remote, so she didn't see it all. I remember it. I remember it as plain as anything. And you know what are they doing? Why are they at a football match? Why? My daughter's missing. I'm not fucking doing anything. Them fuckers on GMTV. A week after the daughter allegedly has been killed at Manchester, the bombing, a week later, they're on fucking GMTV or whatever it's called, or fucking TVAM or whatever it is, and they're fucking announcing they're going to get married and smiling and laughing. And I said at the time, I'm not smiling and laughing the week after I've lost a tenner. Never mind my fucking daughter. And then, we're going to do it in her honor and her. No, you're doing it because you fucking wanted to get married all the time. And now you've got the money from being able to fucking give up your fucking child to go and start a new life somewhere else. And you've been given us money to keep your fucking mouth shut. Why? What the fuck? Why not? How can you be on telly? But that's part of the contract, isn't it? It's part of your contract. Plenty of unanswered questions over Holly and Jessica. I agree. There are plenty of unanswered questions. There was somebody at that RAF Lakenheath where their bodies were found in a ditch next to RAF Lakenheath, and there was somebody who was posted at RAF Lakenheath, an American airman who was convicted of murdering somebody at another base sometime afterwards, and he was at a young girl, similar circumstances, in a different country, a different airbase. I think it might have been Crete or somewhere like that. Or it was somewhere anyway. It might have even been back in US. But he was at that site. He was posted at RAF Lakenheath. But what are they going to do? They're not going to have... We've allowed this into our country. Dear. Soham, Dunblane, Kincora, etc., etc. Yeah. Hungerford, another one. Giles Brandreth is a spiked juice pusher. Oh, is he? Giles Brandreth. Who listens to that silly old cunt, apart from them fucking silly old fuckers who watch Countdown? If they still do. I mean, let's face it, the original Countdown audience are fucking long dead, aren't they? But I remember Giles Brandreth used to be on there with his jumpers and that. He's as dodgy as they fucking come in here, old Giles. Fucking used to be a Tory MP and all, didn't he? Conservative MP. Sounds marvellous. I saw a fucking post. I saw a post by that had been clipped from someone on fucking fail blog, and it were somebody had posted on Facebook. My husband's been away at a conference in Canada, and they made him wear his mask all week, and now he's got chlamydia. Fucking chlamydia. Oh, love, I've got chlamydia. It's this fucking mask. Oh, you'll never believe it. I've got chlamydia while I was in Canada. It's a fucking mask, man. I'm telling you, they said it. Oh, doctor, like when I went over there in Canada, they were a fucking doctor, and I went in and I took my mask off, and he went, "Oh God, you got fucking chlamydia." He's cleared most straight up now. Oh dear. Where is Uni tonight? He's supposed to be a moderator. I don't know. Chlamydia. The STD. Countdown is cutting edge TV for the like of me. Yeah. I can't do it. I don't fucking all that fucking anagram bollocks. That's why I never got fucking moronic. Yeah, well, here's an anagram. Trouble being on your own, you don't get any fucking chance to smoke your joint. It's medicinal purposes only. It's for my erectile dysfunction. Anthony Fauci said instead of saying vaccine mandates, they are rewording it to vaccine suggestions. Yeah. Well, you know what they can do with the suggestions and the fucking mandates. I fucking suggest you're off your fuck. Yeah. Can but no problem playing the trigger all day, so Fauci. Yeah. It's awful. Awful fucking shit going on around the world, all over the fucking world. What we're supposed to fucking do, fuck them. That is got to be your it's got to be your tactic, your angle, your MO. It's got to be fuck them bollocks. What can they do? What's this cunt gonna do? What's he gonna do? This person here is causing me a problem. What's he gonna do? What's worst he can do? He's gonna fucking kill me? He's gonna eat me? What? It's worst he can fucking do. No. Well, in that case, you can fuck off. Vaccine requirements. That's better. That's more like it, Tony. Vaccine requirements. Oh, ridiculizer was the one that pointed that out. Well done there, ridiculizer. A roofer told his wife his crabs were tile spiders. Tile spider. I've got tile spiders, love. Oh, fucking. Oh, I've had them. That's what they are they? Okay, tile spiders. Keep going out. Someone. Yeah. I'll shut up. Anyway, about 2.5 minutes to go for. Then it's 2 hours. Fucking 2 hours. I'm not even going to do 2 hours. I can't half talk on my own. Well, this episode's been brought to you by Fentimans, Dandelion and Burdock. Here's a half full bottle, so you can see the difference. That this one here is the half full bottle, and this one here is the empty bottle. Joe, I'll never get fucking used to this. No wonder people aren't telling you they're all fucking boz-eyed. Have you noticed they're all boz-eyed? I think that's the common purpose training. That I think it sends. If you look, have a look at anybody. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people, on fucking box that are boz-eyed. It's just slightly boz-eyed. No wrong with it. I'm just saying. I've just noticed it. Slightly boz-eyed. I don't know why I have to keep fucking. There's no wrong with it. I don't really, but I just do. Just one of them fucking type of people. I don't want to fucking offend anybody, but if I do, fuck it. Oh, you remember that cunt who fucking tried to have a go at me and walked off? He's probably back under a different name. Can't remember his name. Can you remember his name? He had a go at me about something. Anyway. So, whatever you're doing this weekend, I'll be back on Tuesday. I think Tuesday's probably just going to be like this. I'm going to get Dinny and Webby and anybody who wants to come on, Uni and that. And we're just going to have a chat about fucking bollocks because it's Christmas week, and then probably week after I'll probably be the same if I do one. But after when we get back into January, I'll get back into getting guests on. I've got a few guests that I didn't get on in December that I'm going to get on. I'll get on in January and February. So there'll be a return of the guests. There'll always be Friday night. Well, when I can be asked to do it, there'll be a Friday night thing. Yes, so it's it's just going to be just going to be shit. So I'm just going to get, like I said, I'm going to invite as many people on as I can. Like, you know, usual suspects. Probably end up being me, Denny, and you, and Webby. I'll get Webby in. So, and if you want to come on, anybody want to come on and just wants to just have a chat, get to have Tony. You come on, man. You're fucking. It's you're welcome on at any time, pal. So anybody who wants to come on as well at any time on Tuesday, just if you've got something you want to talk about, come on. If you just want to come on and do a Super Leads and say, oh, what do you think about stuff? Then you can do that as well. We'll allow it. It's you know, because it's getting to end of year. Getting to the end of this year, and everyone's like, fucking, oh, 2022 is going to be great this year for me. It's going to be my year. Yeah, fucking think again. But it's going to be our year. Us, just Raconteurs News, and these people, you people that listen, anybody that listens to Raconteurs News, it's going to be our year. We're going to have this year because we're going to fucking, we're going to just do the same shit we've always done. It's going to be our year. All right. Well, I'll see you on Tuesday. Whatever you're doing this weekend, have fun. And just, most of all, just love each other. All right. Take it easy.